Hey everyone, hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and I wish you all a Happy New Year. I'd also like to thank all the new followers and subscribers. I really appreciate all the engagement that the page gets. It's fun to work on and talk about these old saws. I did notice in the comment section of a few of my posts that there's some confusion on what the C stands for in the Super Pro 125C. It actually stands for chrome bore, as the early 125s were iron ore and the later revision, or the 125C, was a chrome bore. That C does not stand for cart. The saws were never equipped with a cart engine from the factory. You could request at the dealer or a saw shop that they swap in a cart engine. So some of the differences between the saw cylinder and the cart. The saw is a monolithic cylinder head and cylinder, so it's non-removable. The combustion chamber is fairly large with a narrow squish band. No boost ports. And there's the exhaust port profile on the saw. Versus the cart. So removable cylinder head, see the bolts there. Small combustion chamber with a large squish band, large boost ports, and there is the exhaust port. See, there's quite a bit of difference between the saw. A lot more duration on that exhaust port on the saw than the cart. A lot of these carts were ported and modified for racing. Moving on to the pistons, you can see that the cart piston has windows to utilize the boost port, and the captured wrist pin bearings there in the piston itself, versus the floating style wrist pin and no windows on the saw piston. Moving on to the connecting rod, you can see the saw rod has the bearings captured in the rod with the thrust washers and a floating style pin. And then the cart rod with its press fit pin. Moving on to the crankshafts. Main difference on the crankshafts between the saw and the cart is the saw has bolt-on weights. These weights were moved further out so they couldn't be welded. This was an improved balance, reduced vibration. You can see the welds there on the cart crank. Also on the PTO side, for the 101 through 101AA, you had a Woodruff key and right hand threads. The 101B was similar to the saw with left hand threads and no Woodruff key. So saw crank, no keyway there. So there's some of the differences between the saw engine and the cart engine. The cart engines are high compression. The compression ratio is 9.4 to 1 on the cart, and the chainsaws were 7.5 to 1. So there's some of the differences. If you have any questions, shoot them down in the comments, and I'll see if I can answer them.